I rode with him one time, and he was having some stomach issues. And I said, "What did you have for dinner?" He said, "You shooting pictures." This is Mike Hawk. He says, "You shooting pictures around the ring tonight?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I don't want to talk about dinner." We get about the third or fourth match. They come on, Hawk's in front of the rope. And he says, "You want to know what I had for dinner? What?" He threw the whole thing.
Oh, God. I want to talk about a different Laurinaitis, and that being Joe Laurinaitis, Animal. Now, I know that, Bill, you had interactions with both of them. Anything about Animal that you recall?
Oh, Joe Laurinaitis, Animal, was an incredible guy. When you talk about a tough guy in the ring, like no one else, off the ring, he was such a sweetheart. He really was. He would give anything to anybody who needed him for anything. Craig Peters, one of the editors of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, along with me, did the initial photo horror shots of them for the wrestling magazines. And he and Hawk were so cooperative. We took them to New York City and did shots of them with Paul Ellering in Central Park. No matter what we needed for the magazines, he would do it. And he paid homage, because at one point on the old PWI press conferences that Ole Anderson used to run, Animal and Hawk called me a gerbil-faced twit. And when Hawk died, Animal sent me a T-shirt that said, "You gerbil-faced twit." He was just a real sweetheart. So, Teddy, I know that you were involved with that Laurinaitis as well.
Oh, yeah, man. Animal was a great guy. I mean, unbelievable, man. I mean, real nice, real respectful, and I worked with him back when they were the Road Warriors. And real nice guy then. And, I had a chance to work with him before he passed. I was running a company out in Texas called SWE. And Animal was out there, and he had a chance to, now me and him started working together there for us behind the scenes and, doing creative and, running the company. So had a great time working with him, man, just as, what I mean, real nice guy, man. And back in the day when him and Hawk were the Road Warriors, they owned this company that was the Zubars. Yes. The pants that a lot of people see now, they don't know, but they own that Zubars, and they gave me so many. I looked like a zebra everywhere I went because that's all I wore was Zubars. Okay.
They had to make a ton of money from that because, that was a fad. That wasn't just like a few guys in the gym. That was a lot of people. So they had to make a killing on that deal.
Yeah, everybody wore Zubars, man.
Yeah, man.
Those were the things.
One of the worst days that I remember of my personal part of my career, on Animal's final birthday, his wife had asked a whole bunch of wrestling people to cut like a comedy thing. And I sent him one. And the next day I asked, how did he like the video? And she said he died laughing. And 2 days later he died.
I remember.
Oh, my goodness.
I remember when Animal passed away, actually, I reached out to you to let you know that it was early in the morning and I had gotten a phone call. And I remember reaching out to Bill and saying, "Bill, I just got some information and you wanted me to see if there's anything I could do to back it up." And I spoke with his wife who confirmed it. And it was just a shock because Animal and Hawk were two different people themselves. Animal was more of the family kind of guy, a little more level-headed. Hawk was a little bit different. And Teddy, I know you rode with Hawk a few times, right?
Well, I loved Hawk, and I wanted to be with Hawk because I love the drugs. Okay. So, and I know when I was with Hawk, we was going to have drugs, and have a great time. And me and him was really tight though, man. I remember one time we was in Charlotte and we stopped at the gas station to get some gas. And I think I went in first to do something. And then I got into it with some Mark that was in the gas station or something. I don't know. But anyway, it turned into a little bit of an argument. And the next thing I know, Hawk came in and Hawk saw that me and this Mark was arguing. And the next thing I know, Hawk just decked him. And then we just walked on out the gas station.
I rode with him one time, and he was having some stomach issues. And I said, "What did you have for dinner?" He said, "You shooting this is Mike Hawk." He says, "You shooting pictures around the ring tonight?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I don't want to talk about dinner." We get about the third or fourth match. They come on, Hawk's in front of the rope. And he says, "You want to know what I had for dinner?" What?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, Hawk was a
Chinese
super nice
food.
guy too, man. He would give you the shirt off his back too, man. He was a super nice guy.
Yeah.
That was a tag team. I don't know that could ever be duplicated again. Not exactly like those two guys. They were, to me, there's like certain singers that they stand out over the test of time, and Road Warriors are one of those types of groups. They stand the test of time.
What about the other Laurinaitis brother? I can't think of his name. There was another Laurinaitis brother.
Yeah, he's down in Florida. I can't think of his name either, but
He worked for a little while.
It's been a while, but I remember seeing him. I was down in Florida doing something, but it's been a while. But yeah, I can't think of his name either. But yeah, he was a real nice guy too. Always super nice.
So what happened to John Laurinaitis then? Why was he the bad guy of the bunch?
Power went to somebody's head. That's what usually was always the problem. It's always
I guess I dealt
power.
with him. I dealt with him sometimes trying to get talent, for the magazine and stuff, and he was okay, with that. I never saw that, but I didn't have interaction like you did with him, Teddy.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he had interactions with a lot of people in WWE that he rubbed wrong. If I recall, Mickey James, wasn't there the thing where he sent all of her stuff back in a garbage bag?
That wasn't him. That was Carano.
Well, they're one and the same, basically, and it's just classless people. That's how I look at it. All right, we got to move on. We're going to run out of time here, guys. And also, we haven't seen MVP much lately. We know musically he's put a new single out just lately. I have not heard it yet, but that's about the most we've heard from MVP. So I hope to see him come back into the fold as well.
I started to like him, his whole thing, the manager thing with him. I think he's excellent as that.
I do too. I think that he fit that role perfectly at the time they needed him, and he stepped up. That's the thing. They brought in a guy that was there once before, brought him back in. I don't think he was even planned to be on TV originally. I think that kind of came about in the first couple of weeks that he was working there, that he ended up back on TV. But he is just really, he stepped up to the plate and did what he had to do to make himself relevant and watchable again, which I love to see.
Yeah.